About 2.5 years ago, I watched this movie called Hair, and it featured Samantha, a super intelligent from AI, said that cannot take physical form, and because she can't appear in Samantha decides to write a piece of music that will capture of a moment of her life, just like a photograph would. As a musician and an engineer and some raised in family arrest, I thought that this idea of musical photographs was really powerful, and I decided to create an AI compressor. Her name is Eva, and she's an artificial intelligence that has learned the art of musician composition by reading over 30,000 scores of history's greatest. So here is what one score looks like to the orchestra in matrix-like representation, and here is what 30,000 scores written by the likes of Martin look like in single frame. So, using deep neural networks, Eva looks for pattern in scores, and from couple of bars of existing music, it actually tries to infer what notes should come next action. And once Eva gets good at those, it can actually build a set of mathematical rules for that statistical in order to create its one original composition. And in a ways, this is a kind of how we humans compose music too. It's a trial and error process during which we may not get right notes all time, but we can correct ourselves, either with our musical ear or our musical knowledge. But for Eva, this process is taken from years and years learning, decades of learning as an artist, as a musician and composer, down to a couple of hours. But music is also super subjective eyes. We needed to teach Eva how to compose the right music for right person because people have different preferences, preference, performances, and to do that we show to algorithms over three different category labels for each score in our database. So those category labels are like mood or node density or composer style. Those and by seeing all of this data, Eva can actually respond to very precise requirements, like the ones, for example, we had for a project recently where we were commissioned to create data that would be of science fiction films soundtracks, and the piece that was created is called Among the Stars, and it was recorded with CMG orchestra in Hollywood under great conductor, and this is the way. This is what they record, made by Eva. What do you think? Thank you. So, as you've seen, AI can create beautiful pieces of music, and the best part of it is that humans can actually bring them to life. And it's not the first time in history that technology has augmented human creativity. Like music was almost always used in silent films to augmenting the experience. But the problem with live music it that it didn't scale. It's really hard to create the full symphony, and it's really hard to do that for every theater in the world. So human music recording was actually invented. It allowed con- content creators like film to have pre-recorded and original music tailored to each and every frame of other stories, and that was really an enhancer of creativity. 2 years ago and a half years ago, I when I watched this movie here, I thought to myself that personalized would be the next single biggest change in how we consume and create music. Because nowadays we have interactive content like video games that have hundreds of hours of interactive games, but only 2 hours of music on average. And it means that music loops and loops over and over again. It's not very immersive. So what we were working on is to make sure that AI can compose hundreds of hours of personalized music for those as use cases human creativity doesn't scale. And we don't just want to do that for games. Beethoven actually wrote a piece for his beloved called Furores, and imagine if we could bring it back, and if we was sitting next to you composing a music and for personality and your life story. Or imagine if someone like, for example, had a personalized or compressor. Maybe then we would remember I have a dream, not only a great speech, but also a great piece of music, part of history, and capturing Dr. King's ideas. And this is our vision at Eva to personalize music so that each and every one of you and every individual in world can have access to personalized life soundtrack based on their stories and their personality. So this moment here together at TED is now part of our life story. So it only fell fitting that Eva would compose music for this moment, and that's exactly what. So my team and I worked on basing Eva on style of Ted Tim Jingle and the music that makes us feel a sense of wonder, and the result is called the age of amazement. Didn't take an eye to figure that one out, and I can't be more proud. So if you can close your eyes and thank you very much.